really awesome to be back. And we had an awesome show last week. We have an even better one this week. Ciru Muriuki is in the building.
Hello.
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Anita is back with us.
I am done globetrotting for the week, so I decided to come by, say hello to you guys.
Anita, this is not globetrotting. Nikiongea mimi tu globetrot na sisumbui watu. Nyenyekea Mungu akutumie. Nyenyekea Mungu akutumie.
I will not.
Snapchat to Larry when you're out of the country.
Me, I'm not backing you up until when me start globetrotting.
In fact, nakuwa unfollow.
Hata mimi nilienda June, sikuwasumbua, nilienda quietly.
And Eddie Butita still has more suits as a shock to all of us.
Bado sijachapa green.
Hey, bado kuna za green zinakam brother.
Yellow.
Please don't.
Oh dear God.
Guys,
don't.
we have some breaking news at this hour I want to bring to your attention because Lupita Nyong'o has learned how to cook ugali.
Yay!
Yay!
Yes.
Now it's remaining Anita.
It is not.
Listen,
But
it took her 12 years of being a slave to learn.
I know,
So
right?
give me time.
But Butita, check vitu anatumia kwa hiyo nini, hiyo ugali inapikwa na style nyingine yani ajab.
Bado Larry.
They're beakers.
Ugali inapakwa na kitamba chafu hapo ya kushika
I
sufuria.
know.
Ifai utoe unga kwa mkebe unapoitoe kwa hiyo paketi ya unga directly.
I know, right?
But you know, there's a difference between how us normal wananchi make ugali and how people who've won an Oscar
We make ugali.
make an ugali.
Kuna tofauti.
Yeah, there's, I mean,
Alafu Larry.
occupy your lane where you
Larry.
have
Yes.
that thing that's sold in traffic. That kitu, that chuma for shika in the sufuria. That thing. You need
Yes,
because hauna
yes.
Oscar. Lupita, let her use her
Larry inafaa kwanza
beakers.
ugali kifika
Let her
katikati.
titrate her ugali in peace.
That's not cooking ugali, it's preparing.
Not. When someone
Ugali
tells me
can-
they're making
She
ugali,
can do what she wants. She won an
Larry.
Oscar.
Yes.
Ugali kifika katikati,
Eh.
unachota uji. Unakunywanga ukiendelea. Ni procedure.
Spoken like a true Mluya.
Enyewe when you blue.
Bado.
You guys, you remember the reason why she's learning how to cook ugali in that Vogue interview is because of when we spoke to her last year, when I spoke to her, you all remember this
I knew
interview.
it.
Jackson, run it. This is what she said when I spoke to her about ugali. Okay, this is on my computer. You want to bring this up? That would be really nice. Do you want to try and do that again with audio?
I don't know how to cook ugali.
Okay, we're going to try and bring that back up to you. But that said, the reason it's awesome, Ciru, that Lupita is out here learning how to cook ugali. She took Vogue to her home in Kisumu.
Yeah.
You know? And she's Lupita, she can do no wrong. This is the third time she's on the cover of Vogue. The third time.
And you know, if you follow fashion and fashion photographers,
Yeah.
you realize that she was not photographed by just anyone.
Yeah.
She was photographed by Mario Testino.
Yes.
This guy has photographed everyone from Princess Diana. He's the one who took the engagement pics of the Duchess and Duke of Cambridge, Prince William and Kate Middleton. And because you're Lupita Nyong'o, you can do anything you want. This guy got into a plane and flew to Kenya to shoot her. Lupita has made it. Lupita needs to give me time before she slays my existence, because honestly, you cannot be such a goddess. Honestly, Lupita, the next time you want to be on the cover of Vogue and take my breath away with your awesomeness, please just send me an email, tell me, Ciru, I'm about to slay, yeah? So that I can go to the chemist.
Ukijua.
So that I can go to the chemist, I buy an inhaler, I get the medications for my heart. You know, I go do yoga so that when this thing drops, I'm not left. Lupita,
Yeah. Okay, here's that Vogue cover.
Amonji.
I think this is the first time perhaps anybody has been on the cover of Vogue wearing like a headscarf and making it work.
I mean, this girl can put a paper bag of a supermarket on her head, Uchumi paper bag, and we'll still be like, girl, Uchumi work. Lupita, stop it.
Okay, Ciru, you can stop now. You can stop now. Listen, guys, we're all aware, by the way, of the betting craze in the country and the dreams that come with, in fact, it should be the broken dreams that come with the betting craze. Before this whole Vogue interview came out, she was at one event wearing outfits worth 60 million shillings. Anita. 60 million shillings. Kwa mtu moja.
60M.
Am I
Yes.
going to be allowed to speak? You know, Ciru is such a super fan.
I know.
I'm even scared.
I know.
No,
Like,
over
I
to
have
you,
to say something
Anita.
nice.
Yes.
Over to you.
Okay, thank you. So y'all know I'm not exactly a fan of hers, right? Anyway, Ciru, don't
We
kill
don't
me.
we don't want that kind of negative energy here. No. We shall not allow you to blaspheme.
I mean, people have worn outfits just as much or even more, so it's no big deal. Hater 101.
Hey, no one has worn an outfit like that. Who
Oh,
have you
Ciru.
seen
I'm even
on a red
scared. Are we
carpet?
still friends?
Anita.
No,
Will
I
we be
love you,
friends after
Anita.
this?
I love you, Anita.
Anita.
I'm questioning your judgment, but I still love you. I mean,
Well,
look at
in all
her.
fairness,
who wears
there's
a,
no
a head wrap
black
on a red
person.
carpet and slays?
No, but there's no
Lupita.
black person who can wear a head wrap and not look nice.
I know the
Larry.
others that
Anyone can wear a head wrap and look nice.
Uh-uh.
Even you,
Anita, you're not
Ciru.
supposed
Me, I
to be
look
a
like
hater.
Ninawa there.
It's what you pair it with. Come
Mama
see me.
Nani.
We'll plan for you an African shoot.
Okay,
Well,
Butita.
Larry, Anita kwanza
Nah.
afai kwa hater because she's in the Ta family. Butita, Anita, Lupita. So you
No,
see,
there's no
they're
such
the same
family,
family.
Butita. No, no, no.
No, Larry is just
Equal.
feeling bad because
No.
it's Madowo.
There's no
Eh.
Ta family.
the Ta family.
So Madowo.
Sasa ngoja. Ude walivaa nguo ya 60M,
Eh.
mita 60.
Yep.
Yes.
Yaani alitoa mita 60 akanunua nguo.
Si kununua. These
No,
are only
you're
details.
given.
These are only details.
Yes.
Mimi unajua maisha yangu nimewaiona mita 2 peke yake.
Hey, and by the way,
Ya
you're
maji na
lucky.
stima.
I knew
Yeah, imagine us.
I did not see where that was going. It took me by surprise. You're my pita na mimi.
Yeah, I did not see that one either. No, but let me just say this final word on Lupita and her ugali, which it looks okay, it looks acceptable. In fact, her dad said, bring up that video of her again. Her dad said it looks nice. He wanted a second helping. But I have not tasted it. As the person who began this ugali conversation, until I taste your ugali, Lupita, it is not acceptable. I was in New York last time. Her schedule couldn't allow. Our schedules could not marry. But hey, listen.
Okay, Larry.
Take your time.
Larry, whichever way it
Okay,
goes,
boo.
there's no
Black
marrying
inafanya
of
nini
any
kwa
kind
ugali?
taking place.
Wait, she let me prosper. My dreams are
We
valid.
have refused. Ni tumbo
Larry.
tu squeeze yuko nayo, pata 6 pa kwanza.
Guy.
Black inafanya nini kwa ugali?
That
Hey, have you
escalated
seen her
quickly.
ex-boyfriend?
Guy.
Have you seen her ex-boyfriend?
Anyway,
Come on,
so,
Kawarimo. You have come too much.
yeah, you've come too
You
much.
have come too much.
Kuja sana.
I still love you.
You have come too
Sawa,
much.
sawa.
All right.
I've just missed you, Larry.
I missed you too, my dear. So after his performance at the Jubilee Party launch at Kasarani Saturday, everybody wanted Bahati for lunch just because he sat on the president's seat, you know, for his performance. From all the attention his performance has attracted, you could say Jubilee converged at the stadium to launch Bahati. Was this really what... Is this what people made of it? Because all he did is, you know, I'm sure the president from his seat sat on the president's seat and serenaded the first lady. Ciru.
Okay.
Okay, Anita, you're going to go.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
Well, first of all, I kind of found it a little bit of an overreaction, how everybody reacted to him doing that. If he did that during an official ceremony where there's presidents from all around the world and they're all seated there and he comes and does something of the sort, then I would understand why everybody was overreacting. But you see, the Jubilee administration has always tried to come up very youthful. They tried to make the event very youthful. So what he did, in my opinion, was, I don't know, it just seemed like it was part of a plan. Because I don't think ordinarily you would go to Uhuru's seat and get him to stand up and his security doesn't do anything.
Yeah?
So I don't know, it just seemed like it was, you know, fun and games.
Yeah.
And I'm happy for him. He's a great artist. And now everybody knows who he is. So good on you.
Yeah, I completely agree with Anita. I think we Kenyans sometimes have the tendency to put a lot of stock into symbols. Like, people are like, how can he take over Uhuru's seat?
At
But
the
he's-
presidency should be respected.
It should be, how did he disrespect that? It's furniture, people. Like, it's a chair. And to make matters worse or better, depending on how you look at it, President Uhuru Kenyatta did not seem to mind. By the way, he had cracked up. He was so amused. And
Yeah.
if this was a real problem, like Anita said, security would have come. But he's a small guy, he can fit in my handbag. They would have peppered him and gone.
Just because of that moment, him sitting on the president's seat.
Yeah.
Butita.
Yeah.
Huyo ndio chairman wa gospel saa hii.
How long have you been waiting to
maneno
say
mingi
that?
Larry. Larry, hii kitu imeaffect sana Bahati. The Bahati effect. Hata acha nisiongee, hebu ona hii kitu. Wewe ona hii clip.
Umami ndio nakuimbia mzito 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 mzito, nipe tu dakika keti chini nikwambie, nachukua ifuza na mama mimi nalia mzito 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 mzito, maana kumwako umami ndio nakuimbia mama Mabe mzito mzito mzito, nipe tu dakika keti chini nikwambie, akubwangu wangu wami ndio nakuimbia mama, zawadi no mama
Melijizadani ukanibeba ucho.
Butita, sorry madre.
Siongei tena.
Butita, next time remove the seeds.
Yeah, toa mbegu next time.
Usikule
na mbegu.
It is the toilet one.
Let's
That is
remove
just
the
so
seeds.
disrespectful.
Please don't associate with drugs. Itawasu.
Okay, if anyone now knows better how damaging an irresponsible Facebook post can be, then it must be one Ken Wamwangi. He's an employee of the Kenya Airports Authority. He's got a very sad understanding of what a joke is. Barely a month had Mark Zuckerberg left the country. Did this aspiring pedophile decide to shame the male fraternity with a post on his Facebook page last Sunday? He appeared to glorify molestation of children, underage children. And naturally, the internet picked him up chap. Ciru was one of them.
Yes.
What is up with this guy?
First of all, I saw this because a friend of mine who actually has an 11-year-old daughter saw this, and you know the post was about an 11-year-old, a child of standard 6.
Yes.
And my friend's daughter had just cleared year 6 in school.
Yeah.
So it was like, you know, you put yourself in those shoes as a mother of a grown man talking about a child like this. And what made it worse is that the people in the comments were laughing it up, saying that this is hilarious. There are two facets here. Number one is that we seem to have a very serious misunderstanding of what humor is and what joking is.
Yes.
And number two, this guy actually went and said, oh, his defense was he'd copied this joke off of WhatsApp or something. He copy-pasted it, put it on his Facebook.
Yeah.
So you copy-pasted. But when people went on his update and told him, dude, this is not on, this is not right, you have no business talking about this, about a child in a sexual fashion. It's deeply irresponsible and deeply inappropriate.
Yeah.
He tukana them, was even saying, mpaka mtoto anasarimi, I can do it.
Guy.
So did you copy-paste that, my friend? That's why he cleared him, because here's the thing, there's a serious rape culture, and unless we speak out about it, it will go on unchecked.
All right, Anita.
I don't even know what level of disgusting that guy is on. I was very happy very recently when there's a man who's 20 years old who was jailed for 100 years because he defiled 3 girls. And the sad part is, do some of these people not realize these are children?
Yeah.
It is a child. What do you find sexually attractive in
About
a child?
Yes.
It is very disturbing. And some of these people are even parents. I saw that and I was very disgusted. I am so glad they took the action they did.
Okay.
And I hope it's a lesson to all the people who say all the stupid things they say, be it on WhatsApp. Because once it's on your social media page, you're endorsing it. Whether you
Exactly.
copy-pasted
it or
whether
not.
you wrote it,
You find
are
it funny.
endorsing it.
Yes.
You found it
Butita.
fun.
Oh my
Exactly.
God, so disgusting. Shame on him.
Yeah.
I think you should be very careful with the internet. Before you post something, just ask yourself, you had a son or a daughter, and they had a phone.
Yes.
Would you be proud if they read what you're about to post?
There we go.
Food for thought.
Food for thought.
A son or daughter, or your mother or father.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it something you could actually, you know, of course some of us use salty
Is it
language
something
on
you can
social
say it in
media,
front
and that's
of a family
fine.
set?
But there's some things where you go too far. And as Anita
Yeah.
said,
He had
there has
gone
to
way
be
too far.
something seriously wrong with you for you to even imagine that anything that sexualizes a child,
Is
both
funny.
a female child or a male child, a boy or a girl, could even remotely be discussed as a joke. And for the people who even went on Twitter and on Facebook defending him, clearly you're no better
How
than
do you
me.
even
And
defend
here's the
such
thing.
a guy?
So it is
How
claimed
do
that
you defend them?
So it is claimed that this man is not just some random dude. He's somebody actually who's married, who's got a wife and a child.
And a daughter.
And a
How?
daughter.
Imagine
And
mtoto
a
wake
daughter.
siku moja
How?
aone vitu kaa hizo.
Yes. All right, let's leave it there. Just for the moment, there's plenty more. The Trending Talkers, #TTTT coming up. So tell me this though, in terms of all fairness, I need to carve about this because a lot of people were upset with some of my pictures this first time in Stockholm. Ciru, stop laughing.
Sorry.
So this was one of the pictures. Bring this up so everybody can see them. Butita, I can hear you. Stop. That was one of them.
Okay.
Oh my.
That was another one of them.
Hizi ndio vitu watu wanaenda kufanya London.
This is in Stockholm. This is outside the Stockholm City Hall. Ni kama kanjo ya huko.
Ai.
Watu wamesema ati I'm not a role model, I'm immoral, I'm irresponsible na gikumakamago. Ciru.
Me venye mi hushindwa, and I don't know how this will go down, but it has to be said.
Yes.
Kenyans are very quick to judge people they see on social media. And especially if like you're in the public eye, there's a lot of judgment and there's a way the public can really turn on you.
Yes.
Like now, if Larry did something last week that people liked, or he covered a story that people liked, or he said something on his social media that people liked, everyone would be like, oh my God, Larry, we love you, we are such a fan, nini. Put one toenail
They disapprove
out of line.
Yes.
One thing, suddenly you're evil, you're immoral, everything that you've done before that, whatever it is that they disagree with, is gone because you did one thing they disagree with.
Yeah.
Number two, their statues. Yani, their statues. Larry himself had all his clothes on, as far as I could tell. Larry was fully clothed. Was
please?
Larry shirtless? I wish he was, but
Okay.
he wasn't.
Anita, and point, let me point this out. That was not even the worst of them because the next day I put up this other picture, which is now a whole group of statues outside the Stockholm
Larry,
concert
how
house.
dare you? So immoral. It's
There it
terrible.
is.
Larry.
Butita,
but
So please, allow me, please.
Okay, Anita, go.
Larry.
Thank you.
Yes.
Guys, is it Larry who undressed the statues?
Yeah.
He found the statues naked. Like I know you've never seen Larry with a woman, so this must have really offended you because the first time when you're seeing Larry with, she was naked. However, listen, be happy for Larry. He found love in Stockholm. Okay? The back and the front worked for him. Instead of wishing Larry well, allow Larry to prosper. You're hating on him. You're calling him evil. He's no longer a role model.
I don't know what.
He found love in a hopeless place.
Okay.
Let him be.
Butita.
Mimi naandol kesi za Kenya. Larry, mimi sikutetei.
Aya, sawa, it's all right.
Unajua ngoja, kwa nini?
Hajamaliza.
Ujaipigwa picha na Dedan Kimathi hapa. Tomboya pale archive.
All bare-chested.
Yaani mademu amekukalia mawe mpaka unatafuta demu mawe. Hapana.
Let Larry prosper. Guys.
But I have to say one thing even before we move on.
Yes.
Imagine, let's not be hypocrites because I'm sure a lot of us who go and start attacking Larry online, if the contents of your inbox or your WhatsApp was to be made public, you'd be so
Preach,
embarrassed.
sister.
As in,
Preach.
So
Okay.
seriously, just because your dark deeds are not known to the public,
Mimi-
you
Where
have
this
a
is not a
mouth.
dark
But there was
deed.
nothing dark.
This is a light deed. It
What
happened
Larry
in light
he
of
was
the
having
day.
fun.
No, Larry found a girlfriend of stone in, Stockholm.
Yes.
He found love.
And I'm sure in the Bible that would be perfectly acceptable.
Yes, thank you. Thank you.
Larry,
Anita,
mimi
you're
nikienda
rough.
majuu mimi
You have thrown
nitaambo.
so much shade, this whole place just went dark. This whole place just went dark.
You are rough. You're too rough.
Okay,
You can't-
check out this tweet from Lee Karanja. Yani umenote tu suti ya Butita na hata amuone Muriuki ako na
Actually.
hairstyle mpya.
Oh, but then Ciru, you look
Hey.
amazing.
Thanks, man.
Aya sawa.
Neje, so, amen.
Alitoa dread.
Nejeso,
Nege.
Simon Gishohe. Yani Lupika kupika ugali mnaleta kwa TV recorded. Na sasa hii Western yote inanuka ugali. No breaking news.
That's why I love Kenya. I love you guys. That's extremely funny.
Royo Tieno.
Kupika ugali na oven.
Royo Tieno. That shirt is lit, Omera. And Lupita akijua kupika ugali ya brown corn bell, bas atakuwa pro. Basically unajele ugali ya brown ya nini?
Yeah, Wimby.
Yes,
Yeah, Wimby.
I really like
Hiyo
it
ndo
actually.
nasema.
It's lovely.
Ya
I like
Wimby.
it.
Finally, Nemo Pauline, please return that blouse you're wearing to your sister /
Thank
girlfriend.
you. Somebody finally tells you. Do you know, I was trying to find a polite way of telling you, Larry.
Let me prosper. Jealousy is not a good look on you, Anita. It does not bring
Everything looks good on me.
That jealousy
Even that
green-
60 million shilling outfit would have looked
jealousy
fabulous on
green
me.
does not bring out your
Hey,
eyes.
It looks
Come back.
absolutely
hauna
beautiful.
sura ya hater.
Hauna
sura hita.
zao leo, guys.
Shiro Miroki, that hairstyle iko dope, Nimo says.
It really is.
All right, so an arrogant customer approached Hashnushish Sultan, a baker in the city here in Nairobi, for a birthday cake, but all she got in the end was a piece of her. So Miss Sultan took to her Facebook account to narrate her ordeal with this client, whose budget was far less than the quotation she was given, talking about keki ni unga na mayai tu, creativity ni bure. And guess what? So, I love this woman. Sultan delivered the joke to her on time. Yani alimpatia mayai, maziwa na sukari. I hope this serves as a lesson kwa customer wengine wenye tabia kama hii. Ati, they spent like a month arguing, the client was like, the budget is not a problem. Then eventually she says, budget yangu ni 3K.
Do you know?
We should start with Anita, because Anita bakes.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thanks.
I have so much to say.
Okay.
I have wanted
Yes.
a platform like this for years.
Go.
It's very annoying when a client tells you, but it's just flour,
Siniunga na
milk,
mayai
and
tu.
something. But you're like, dude, you know the amount of work that goes into it? And on top of that, in their head, they just picture this quick mixture you put together, throw it in the oven, and voila, you have a cake. There's so much, there's a lot of man hours that go into it. Aside from the 3 ingredients you know, there's another 7, which are quite expensive. And we have other bills to pay for, including electricity, the people we work with. So you can't just conclude there's 3 things and voila, you have a cake. And then someone tells you, I want a cake that looks like Larry, but I have 2K. And you're like, dude, it can't happen.
Ati siniunga na mayai tu.
I know, and you're like, but the cake has to look like a human being. So it has to be as tall as a human being. So for 2,000 shillings, ata unga peke yake hainunui. It's very annoying.
Butita?
Anita, you bake?
Yes.
I
The
want a
cake
piece of
type,
your
not
cake.
the one that you do.
Ati?
I want a piece of your cake.
Which cake are we talking about? I'm a bit confused here. I'm even blushing. I'm like, are we still talking
Anyway,
about cake?
Shiro.
Mimi nataka keki ya Anita, seriously.
I'm sure
I
unataka
don't want to
keki
give you my
Anita.
cake.
Hata kama ni queen cake.
I have no slices
Rekegwire.
left.
Sasa Shiro tuibishe pabio, tuitishe pabio sasa.
Anyway, so what I was saying was,
Wawili kwa wawili, eh.
Let's make ugali, guys. Let's just make ugali.
so basically, the one thing that this customer said that I found very insulting, in general, even as a creative, is this. So saying creativity is free, even you got that brain for free.
Oh my
So if
God.
creativity is free, why are you going to
You do
someone
it
else to make
yourself.
the cake? You know where unga is put in the supermarket, najua hata kiosk wanauzanga mayai na maziwa. Make your own damn cake if creativity is free. If you think people like
Amen.
Anita and a lot of the very talented bakers in this city just wake up with their free creativity, you think a cake is just like this and then you throw it in the oven, then you do it yourself. I think it's the right thing. Here are your ingredients when you use your free creativity. That was the best.
Amen.
That was the best.
No, barikiwe Shiro.
Hallelujah.
On that note, I'm going to call an altar call when we come back. There's plenty more ahead. Stick around. So Hilary Baha is not appreciative of what you guys said earlier. You guys played down on Larry. I'm sure if it was somebody else with those sanamus, mngemkemea sana.
Nimekukemea. Mimi si
No,
nimekukemea.
I don't think I was polite in any way.
Aluta Benson Wafula. Nilikuwa nikipika, nilikuwa napita nikasikia Butita akitaja food for thought. Nikanawa mkono mwambie asiniweke sana.
But the timeline is on fire today. You guys are
So Butita, useke Wafula, kwanza Wafula ni wekwenu, usimweke sana, ashana wa mkono.
Kujijua ni kitu muhimu.
Great Ngugi, na hii mapua ya Anita, kwani alifanya plastic surgery?
Why?
By the
Bwana
way,
tatuambia your story by the way.
My nose, that's the one body
Have you
part
had
of
some
mine I
work
hate the
done?
most, but I've not done anything to it.
Really?
Yeah. For real.
What's wrong
At
with
what
Anita's
point?
nose? As in,
Who goes
Missy,
when you went to
Missy.
South Africa for plastic surgery?
We
1
don't
week.
know, you tell us.
Kwani mapua yangu
You tell us.
kama niko na superpowers.
We smell a rat.
Larry, mbona mimi
I
si
can
hizi stories
inhale
za
all the
plastic?
oxygen
I
in a
apologize
room.
if we're being
I have an
I apologize
African
if we're being a
nose.
bit nosy.
I've been nosy lately.
something
Mbona
smells
mimi
fishy.
siulizwi? Hakuna changes.
Aya Butita.
Sina changes kwani siulizwi? Plastic surgery oh.
Wewe,
Just gani
tulijua una
Butita?
bleach.
We spend
Why
all our as
yeah,
you all,
he's
as you
lighter.
all know, we spend our entire lighting budget on Butita every week. That's why it goes.
Matizu.
So
Butita,
last Saturday,
hajakushopoa.
ODM was celebrating its 10th anniversary in Mombasa, and the Bahati moment was the disparities in artist payments. Allegedly, I should add, because it's nobody has confirmed these numbers. But one document doing the rounds online claimed that the party had booked Diamond at 5 million bob, Ali Kiba at another 3 million. The highest paid coast-based artist, 100,000 shillings. I think that was, if you look at that, it's Susumila and a bunch of the other guys that perform at the coast. Is this the value Kenyan artists give themselves, or we just don't appreciate our own as much? In units of Kenyan artists, Diamond alone was paid 20 Susumilas and 30 Nyotandogos.
No, I think we had this conversation earlier, and Butita said something really important. Because we had started catching a feeling, I was like, what do you mean? What do you mean they gave me? And then Butita asked, and it was a solid question. He was like, did they ask for more than 100K? And then, of course, that got me thinking, It's actually got me thinking. It was like, is it the Kenyan artists don't ask for more because washauliza though are told when yenye care utumie na Mungu? Ama, is it that, I don't know what it is, because the fact that Diamond was paid 5 million shillings.
Was going to be paid 5 million allegedly. He never made it.
Yeah, it was going to be paid allegedly. And I've heard before that Diamond commands big bucks whenever he performs. Like, you know, that's not a lie. Like, that's what he makes. And it's because that's the value he's placed on his brand. Yeah. What I have found is that a lot of Kenyan corporates actually respect artists from outside who come and say, listen, me, I'm not going to perform for less than this amount. But wewe kama msanii Mkenya, ukienda waambie mtu, me, by the way, this is my amount. Kenyan, you'll be told, you're a Kenyan, well, relax. In fact, what we are going to do is that we'll pay you this, but you'll have exposure.
Yeah, exposure. Exposure to kulipia bills.
Aya,
you know what? I'm just going to be playing this in the background. Nyashinsky, now you know, as Anita speaks.
Let me tell you something that annoys me, being somebody who's also in the industry where, in my case, it's emceeing.
Yes.
There's two things. Every time you tell a client, this is how much I charge, this is the value I put on the work I do, they'll always start telling you, sina your budget. Because they always start with, in fact, what I have is, and the amount they quote, you almost feel insulted. Yeah. And then you will say no. You'll say, I will not see your event, or I'll not perform at your event for that amount. I can guarantee you, we are our own worst enemies. Okay. Another MC or another artist will take that small amount. And as a result,
so wanachafua soko.
Yes, so in the industry, what happens is, when you say no, somebody else will take that small amount, and they bring our value down.
Exactly. Butita, I'm sure you have experience with this as well. Butita?
Mi nadhani as an artist unafaa kustick na price. I'd rather say walikuwa nataka kunilipa pesa kidogo sikuenda than nilienda nikalipwa pesa kidogo.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Name your price, stick to your price.
Yeah, price, rice, the price.
Name your price, stick to your price.
No. But that's it
though.
Yako. You know, like Nyashinsky says in his song, mina kuja kukategorizia mnaija aje. Because in this case, it's just usually the bongo artists or the Niger artists who are the big star attractions.
Yeah, that is true. It's very disgusting to say the least.
Kama Diamond, before atoke Tanzania, anaitishanga hiyo 5M. Anasemanga, kama una 5M,
I'm not coming out.
Yeah, I'm not coming out of my country. Yeah.
So
and
that
Mombasa, story is so annoying.
Walikuwa na right pia ya kusema, this is our price. Bila hii, hatuendi.
I think we all, and I love that Anita actually brought up even the MC industry and the fact that, and this has happened to me many times, I'll give someone my rate card as an MC, and because I actually place a value on my brand and a value on my work, I'll go and say, listen, this is how much I charge. Now, if a client comes to me and says that maybe their budget is maybe about 5 to 10K less, perhaps kanongea, but clients will come and offer me less than half what I charge. Of course, I'll be like, no. And not take away my bargaining power as a creative and as an MC. Is that that client knows ata Ciru akikataa, ama Larry akikataa, ama Butita akikataa, someone will come and agree to say yes. So I feel like even us as creatives, we collectively have a responsibility to respect ourselves so that we can all make more money.
All right.
Yes.
Everything has a value.
Everything
and
has a value.
And you must know what your value annoying.
is. You must know what your value is. Pretty Kenyan Juliet Nyla says, music in Kenya doesn't pay. Musicians should strike. As in, wasiimbe.
Yeah. But then there'll be someone who'll go and sing.
Someone will sing for 10.
Somebody will go and sing for that 10K.
Mkisema nyote amuimbi, mse mmoja utaona akiimbisha wase huko.
Shida ubaya Kenya Larry.
Place a value on ourselves.
Muna agrika wasanii.
Yeah.
Hii show inatoa pesa kidogo. These guys are not appreciating our talent. We've worked hard for this. So wanatoa pesa kidogo tusiende. Kitu saa 10 mnaona mse fulani amepost Instagram. It's going
Ati ako
down.
on stage.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, Ole Kisenya says the Kenyan artists may have asked for those figures. We can't conclude anything on the same. We don't
Larry,
know
can I
for
just
sure.
say one
Kata.
last thing?
We don't know for
Jaribu.
sure. Let me say this, by the way, hii story ya kuchafua soko, it's even in the media industry. Tunasikiza nanga, but hizi pesa tunapewa na advertisers ni kidogo. Tupandishe. Alafu nasikia mse fulani, a certain station, they've already taken the money. So you guys, mnaambiwa kama mtaki, au sio washachukua.
Larry, can I say one thing?
Yes.
So this story, whenever a client or like someone says, "Ati, no, but it's going to give you exposure."
Yeah.
The reason you know me in the first place
Is
is because
because
I already
I
have that
exposed.
exposure. So there's no
Exposure,
exposure
no.
you're
Thank
giving
you.
me.
Yeah.
If
Exposure,
anything, me being
Ajay.
at your event is a big deal.
I have to run through two things
It's
real quick.
very
So
frustrating.
we have to leave that there. On Sunday,
Mtu
Bungoma
anapitia
Senator.
exposure alikuwa na wapi?
Okay. Bungoma Senator Moses Wetangula, this happened on Sunday. He took his presidential campaigns to Kakamega County. And people have had an open field day with a picture of Weta waving to an imaginary mammoth crowd. 9 supporters. That is, without counting the photographer. Majority of the people in the crowd were members of a security detail. In the picture, Wetangula is seen waving at houses and trees.
Actually, you said they had a what field day? An
Open
open
field
field day. He's waving
Larry,
at, he's waving
maybe
at the
guys were in their
demonstration.
houses.
The guys in the houses. He was
Maybe
waving
they
at
were
them.
in the houses.
They're still
There's
getting
nothing
dressed.
wrong with waving at someone in the house.
They were
Just
getting
'cause we couldn't
dressed. They were
see,
coming.
we can't assume there was no one.
Butita.
You're telling them come.
Maybe
come.
walikuwa njiani. Maybe I just shut from the shower. I had my towel.
Larry.
Me, I knew I'm going to see Wetangula. But
Nasha
because,
Butita.
ngapi?
yeah, he was waving at me before I
Kulikuwa na
finished
wase kama
dressing.
Watisa,
Hi.
Butita.
Wase?
Watisa, like 9 people.
Plus wa picha. Ama ni huyo wa 9 ameshika selfie stick. Larry, yani watu wa Wetangula, yani watu wa WhatsApp group ni wengi kushinda mafano wake. In fact, jina yake iko na letter mob kushinda wase wake.
Yeah.
Bana.
No filter.
Ni maono tu.
But what is
Wetangula.
happening tonight? There's so much
Wetangula ni
hatred.
mse wa home. Wacheni niongee.
Okay, guys, I'm sorry. As we go, just need to show you this picture of Mo Farah and David Rudisha. They were out on a race in England, and they were running along the streets. Northumbria police were actually called because they set off the speed cameras. Speed cameras.
What-
And then
but
the
why
guys
not?
like at Olympic gold medalists, the cops are like, yeah, right. They're like, oh crap, it's actually for real. Anyway, that's a nice moment. 2 of the fastest men in the world and also the nicest people.
Yes.
Guys, thank you so much for being here. Ciru, Anita, Butita,